Hi, and welcome back to another episode of How to Barbecue Wrong. I'm your host, Felix. Today you may be asking yourself, hey, why doesn't this guy look like a bag of shit today? Well, the reason why is because I trimmed my beard and combed my hair. But besides the obvious, the reason why is because this week was my birthday. Today we have beef ribs. We're gonna make some beef jerky, and I have a birthday cake. For our beer, we have blonde ale. So first we're going to make the jerky. So what I'm going to do is create the sauce or the marinade, then I'm going to cut it up, then I'm going to pre-season the beef ribs, and once I'm finished with that, then I will put the beef ribs in the fridge. Actually, I'll just leave them out. I'm going to leave the ribs out, and then I'm going to put the beef jerky marinating in the fridge for about a half an hour. So what that's going to do is it's going to let the beef ribs sweat a little bit with all the seasoning and whatnot on top of it, and kind of get down to closer to room temperature before we put it on the grill or on the smoker. So let's get started on this, because this is going to be a lengthy video because of all the stuff I'm doing. So already 2 minutes in, and I'm going to apologize in advance. So here we go. Oh, that's good. That's good. Ooh, that smells good. Anyway, I'm just going to lightly chop these up. I'm not worried about the seeds because before I put the beef jerky on the smoker, I'm going to drain most of all the liquid out. And if a couple seeds stick, then who cares? It's fine. I'm going to do about a cup of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. Oh. It's about a cup or so, maybe a little less. And then instead of a full cup of soy sauce, I'm going to do half a cup of coconut aminos. And then the other half cup of regular soy sauce. So that way it's not overly salty, especially with the smoke. And it's going to add a little bit of sweetness to it. Now for the honey, this is actually honey from a buddy of mine. And then some fresh ground pepper. So that'll give it a little bit of flavor. And plus a little bit kind of a different spice. And then I'm going to quarter these halves of limes, just chuck them in there. And honestly, if I had cilantro, I'd probably throw that in there too, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm not going to overcomplicate this week's recipe, especially since we're running short on time. Okay, get that on this little dude. Get the cover on so I don't get juice everywhere. Turn it on. So anyway, that's how you make homemade dynamite. I hope you learned at least something today if you didn't learn how to cook a little bit. So this is nice and chopped up. Got a good decent amount of liquid going on there. It's not too thin, not too thick. Oh, it smells so good. Wow, that is sweet and spicy. Perfect. I can't wait. That's gonna be something delicious. So anyway, I'm gonna leave that in there for now. gonna take this extra time and I'm gonna chop up the, or slice up the beef, but hold on. All right. Yeah, let's just do the one for now. When you get them in there, you're going to want to break them apart so that way the juice can get around it evenly. So then when you break the meat up, and yeah, it's going to bunch together a little bit, but at least it's not like stacked side by side. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's probably what made it a little bit lumpier was all the lime pieces in there. That's okay. Get all that chili goodness in there. Okay, so before I put it in the fridge, what I do is I just squeeze all the air out, which right now is super easy because there's not a lot of meat in there. It's mostly marinated. So I'm gonna set that to the side for now. Set this one off to the side for now. And let's get our ribs ready to go. We'll just go straight to the box of kosher salt. It's something we're doing a little bit different today. So I'm gonna have some hot and sweet ribs today. I'm gonna do this Nashville chicken seasoning. And I know you're saying to yourself, but Felix, you're not making chicken, you're making beef. And for that, I have to say, fuck you. I'm doing it this way. And the other reason too is because I really like the flavor of the Nashville chicken seasoning. So I figured that it would go pretty good with beef to make a decent pork. And then we'll make a sauce with it later as well. And it's gonna be bomb diggity. Did I just say bomb diggity? Okay, so now that we got a decent coat on here, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pat it down, kind of massage it into the brick of beef we have here before we flip it over and do the same thing to the other side. Now, one thing that's gonna happen is as we let this sit on here, it's going to create its own like top glaze, which is kind of cool because then you know that the flavor is absorbing onto the inside of the meat because the meat is kicking out the water and juices in it that doesn't have salt. So the salt will go into the meat, pulling all the flavors with it as well. Fucking science! Oh! Alright, we're at 17 minutes. Holy fuck. Something wrong. Okay. Little bit of the Nashville. So we'll get these on the rack. We'll let them chill for a bit. Actually, I probably won't put them in the fridge. I think I'm just going to let them sit out. I'll just have to protect them from the animals. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get these ready to go. Just let them sit a while, absorb some of the seasoning. And then in about a half hour, 45 minutes, we'll get them up on the smoker and we will get this whole process started. We'll let the beef jerky sit a little bit longer. I'm going to cut the rest of it up and then we will come back and take a look at how the ribs are doing or right before I put it on. Cool. All right, bye.